Attention Cleveland Browns fans, stop everything you're doing because the news that just came in is going to shake the very foundation of the Dog Pound Nation. Seriously, you won't believe what just happened. But before we drop this bombshell, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications, because here, you stay on top of everything. Daily videos with the hottest and latest updates about the Browns. You can't miss out, and if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to fuel this passion even more. Show that you're part of this family. Let's help each other hit 1,000 subscribers. Share this with your friends. If you've been following the NFL landscape lately, you've probably noticed the Cleveland Browns are once again at the center of a major storm. Being a Browns fan in recent years has felt like riding an emotional roller coaster. And behind the scenes right now, the atmosphere is, to say the least, explosive. The situation surrounding Deshaun Watson is still far from being resolved. Every time the dust seems to settle, new reports emerge, and with them, more internal turmoil. The truth is, the Browns went all in on Watson. A massive, fully guaranteed contract, backed by team owner Jimmy Haslam himself, who believed Watson was the final piece of the puzzle to bring a long-awaited Super Bowl to Cleveland. But reality hit hard. Off-the-field controversies, injuries, and questionable behavior have completely shaken the expectations placed on the quarterback. The Cleveland Browns are now facing a harsh reality regarding the $230 million fully guaranteed contract with quarterback Deshaun Watson. Once seen as a bold move to lock in a franchise cornerstone, the deal has now become a cautionary tale of risk and unmet expectations. Signed in 2022, Watson's contract was intended to transform the Browns into true contenders. However, a string of setbacks, including a suspension, inconsistent play, and a devastating Achilles injury, have overshadowed any potential upside. Critics argue the guaranteed money has placed an overwhelming burden on the team's salary cap, limiting their ability to address other roster needs. Watson's struggles on the field have only intensified the scrutiny. While he was once considered among the league's elite quarterbacks, his performance with the Browns has fallen far short of the high standard expected from such a massive investment. Comparisons to other big-money deals, like Dak Prescott's $240 million contract with the Cowboys, only highlight the challenges of committing that much money to a player with an uncertain future. The Browns' gamble has left them with very little flexibility to build around Watson. With key players needing extensions and gaps still to fill across the roster, the team finds itself in a precarious position. The fully guaranteed nature of Watson's contract makes it extremely difficult to trade or restructure without serious financial consequences. Watson's deal is not exactly the kind of contract teams want on their books. That's made even clearer in an analysis by Christopher Knox for Bleacher Report. As the Browns navigate these challenges, the contract stands as a clear reminder of the risks that come with aggressive decisions in the NFL. The intersection between ambition and reality often carries a heavy cost, and Cleveland's situation highlights the importance of balancing bold moves with long-term vision. Ultimately, Cleveland's experience with Watson underscores how fragile success in pro football can be. Whether they'll overcome these obstacles remains to be seen, but the lessons from this saga will echo throughout the league in the years ahead. Being a Browns fan in recent years has felt like riding an emotional roller coaster. And behind the scenes, the current environment is nothing short of explosive. The Deshaun Watson situation is far from settled. Every time the noise dies down, something new happens, and it shakes the entire building again. The Browns went all in on Watson. A gigantic, fully guaranteed deal, personally endorsed by owner Jimmy Haslam, who believed Watson was the missing piece to finally bring a Super Bowl to Cleveland. But the cold reality came crashing in. Off-the-field scandals, repeated injuries, and troubling behavior have shattered the dreams once tied to the quarterback, and now, something previously unthinkable has happened. Haslam publicly admitted he may have made a mistake by putting the future of the franchise in Watson's hands. Coming from an owner known for fiercely defending his players, this admission is nothing short of symbolic. It could signal a shift in organizational thinking. Maybe even a total reevaluation of Watson's role on the team. Still, you can't ignore the signs. Watson remains active in team activities, attending meetings, working with coaches, and appearing in training videos. It all suggests he's preparing to return to action in 2024. And that has reignited a fierce debate among fans, analysts, and even inside the locker room. Many believe putting Watson back on the field this season would be a massive mistake. Journalist Nick Padone, for example, didn't mince words. He said it would be one of the most disrespectful moves the organization could make, not just to the fans, but to players like Myles Garrett, who give everything to keep this team competitive at the highest level. Internally, there have been reports for a while that Watson's attitude rubs people the wrong way. His cold demeanor, emotional detachment from the group, and lack of presence during crucial moments have raised eyebrows. And let's not forget, when he suffered his latest season-ending injury, part of the fanbase reacted with sarcasm. That says a lot about the trust that's been lost. With stars like Garrett, Nick Chubb, Amari Cooper, and a defense that keeps gaining momentum, the Browns have a roster built to compete with the Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers. But there's one piece missing: stability at the quarterback position. And now the big question is Deshaun Watson still that guy? On one hand, the talent is there. He has the ability to lead. But on the other, his presence might poison the team's chemistry. And that's where the real dilemma lies. Is the risk worth it, or is it time to move on? From a strategic perspective, Cleveland is standing at a crossroads. Keeping Watson off the field could preserve locker room unity and show firm leadership. But it might also mean wasting a golden opportunity this season. Meanwhile, bringing him back without any clear signs of growth or accountability could crush morale and stall the team's momentum. And this isn't just about the Browns. The entire NFL is entering an era of reflection. How far should teams go in chasing talent when the price is the identity of the franchise? Browns fans have endured it all: heartbreak, broken promises, false hopes. They've developed a sixth sense for when something's not right. That's why the fan base is divided. Some still believe Watson deserves a shot at redemption, while others strongly feel the franchise must send a message that character and culture come first. With training camp just around the corner, the decisions made in the coming weeks could shape the franchise for years to come. Will Watson return? Will he be the starter? Or will the Browns have the courage to choose a different path, even with all the pressure and money involved? Because what's at stake here goes far beyond just one player. This is about the future of the franchise, the integrity of the locker room, and the message being sent to everyone who wears the orange and brown. Maybe the real challenge for the 2025 Cleveland Browns is this: choosing between the shortcut of hope or the harder, but stronger, road of rebuilding with values.